Commander Zek-9 stared at the screen in front of him. His four eyes moved back and forth as he read the same information for the third time. The numbers did not change. There was something out there in space, something that should not exist. The object was floating near Sector 7X. Every creature in the galaxy knew about Sector 7X. It was the death zone, the place where no ship should ever go. The Galactic Council had made it very clear 300 years ago. Sector 7X was off limits to all life forms. Zek-9 had heard the story since he was young. The third planet in that system was so dangerous that even looking at it through telescopes could give you nightmares. The air there was poison. The gravity could crush bones. The radiation would cook you alive in minutes. It was hell itself floating in space. But now his sensors were showing something impossible. There was a ship near that cursed place, a ship made by intelligent beings. His second in command, Officer Krill 2, walked up to him. Krill 2 was from a different planet than Zek-9. Where Zek-9 was tall and thin with blue skin, Krill 2 was short and round with green scales. But they had worked together for many years. "Commander," Krill 2 said in his squeaky voice, "what are your orders?" "The Council said we should never go near Sector 7X. Zek-9 looked at the screen again. The ship was clearly damaged. It was spinning slowly in space. If there were living beings inside, they would be dead soon. The ship was drifting closer to the death world with each passing hour. "I know what the Council said," Zek-9 replied. "But look at this ship. I have never seen anything like it. The design is completely unknown to us." The research ship Eternal Seeker had been exploring this part of space for 2 months. They were looking for new planets that might have useful minerals. It was boring work, but Zek-9 loved learning new things. That was why he had become a commander of a research ship, instead of a military vessel. "Sir," came another voice from across the room. It was Dr. Velmar, their science officer. She had 6 arms and could work on many computers at the same time. "I have been studying the unknown ship. The metal it is made from does not match anything in our databases." Zek-9 felt his hearts beating faster. He had 2 hearts, like all of his species. When he got excited, both of them would race. This was the kind of discovery that could make him famous throughout the galaxy. "Show me everything you have found," he ordered. Dr. Velmar moved her arms quickly across her control panels. The main screen filled with images of the strange ship. It was much smaller than the Eternal Seeker. It looked like it was built to hold only a few beings. The design was smooth and curved, very different from the sharp angles that most galactic ships used. "The ship appears to be a short-range vessel," Dr. Velmar explained. "But here's the strange part. My scans show that there might still be a life form inside." "That is impossible," Krill 2 said. "Nothing can survive that close to Sector 7X. The radiation alone would kill any known species." Zek-9 studied the images carefully. His scientific mind was working fast. If there really was a living being in that ship, it would be the discovery of the century. But getting close to Sector 7X was forbidden. The Council had made that law, for good reasons. "Commander," Dr. Velmar said quietly, "if we do not help soon, any life form in that ship will be dead within hours. The ship's orbit is failing. It will crash into the death world." Zek-9 closed his 4 eyes and thought hard. He had spent his whole life following rules. He had always done what the Council told him to do, but now he had a choice. He could follow the rules and let a possible new species die, or he could break the most important rule in the galaxy to save a life. "All crew members report to stations," he announced over the ship's communication system. "We are going to perform a rescue operation." Krill 2's scales turned a darker shade of green. This was how his species showed fear. "Sir, the Council will not forgive this. They might put us all in prison." "Then we better make sure this rescue is worth it," Zek-9 replied. The Eternal Seeker moved slowly toward the unknown ship. Every member of the crew was nervous. They all knew the stories about Sector 7X. Some of them were probably not true, but some of them might be real. As they got closer, their instruments began picking up more information about the strange vessel. The life support systems were failing. The power was almost gone. Whatever was inside would not last much longer. "Bringing the ship into our cargo bay now," announced their pilot, a being with 4 arms who was very good at controlling the ship. The rescue took 2 hours. They had to be very careful not to damage the unknown ship even more. When it was finally safe inside their cargo bay, the crew gathered around it. Dr. Velmar ran her scanners over every part of the ship. "There is definitely a life form inside," she reported. "But the readings are very strange. This creature's biology does not match anything we know." Zek-9 made his decision. "Open the ship. Let us meet our new friend." The airlock on the unknown ship opened with a soft hiss. Air rushed out and then something stepped into the light. The crew of the Eternal Seeker stared in shock. The being stood on 2 legs like some species they knew, but everything else was wrong. Its skin was pale and soft-looking. It had hair growing from the top of its head, and its eyes were tiny compared to most intelligent species. But the most shocking thing was that it was alive. It was breathing and moving after being so close to the death world. The creature looked around at all of them. Then it made sounds with its mouth. The universal translator worked hard to understand the strange language. Finally, words came through the speakers that made everyone's blood run cold. "Thank you for saving me," the creature said. "My name is Jake Martinez. I am from Earth. Earth, the death world, the planet that was supposed to be hell itself, and this being called it home." Dr. Velmar could not believe what her instruments were telling her. She ran the test 3 more times, but the results stayed the same. The being called Jake Martinez was completely impossible. "His blood is red," she whispered to Commander Sec-9. "Red like fire, and it carries oxygen through his body. Oxygen should burn him from the inside." Jake sat on the medical table in the ship's sick bay. He looked calm and friendly. He had been answering their questions for 2 hours now. Every answer made the crew more confused and frightened. "Is the oxygen level okay in here?" Jake asked. "I can breathe fine, but I want to make sure you are all comfortable too." Krill 2 made a choking sound. "He is asking if we are comfortable. He needs oxygen to live. Oxygen is poison to most of us." Dr. Velmar looked at her readings again. Jake's body temperature was running at 98.6 degrees. That was hot enough to cook most species she knew, but Jake acted like it was normal. "Jake," she said carefully, "can you tell us more about your body? How do you survive with such high heat inside you?" Jake smiled. His teeth were white and sharp. They looked like the teeth of a hunter, a creature that ate meat. "Oh, that's just normal human temperature. We're warm-blooded. Our bodies make their own heat." "Make their own heat?" Officer Krill 2 repeated. "Why would any creature want to be so hot?" "It helps us stay active," Jake explained. "We can work and move around even when it's cold outside. Most humans can handle temperatures from very cold to very hot." Dr. Velmar made notes as fast as she could. Everything about this human was backwards from normal life. "What temperatures can your species handle?" Jake thought for a moment. "Well, humans live everywhere on Earth. Some places get down to -40 degrees. Other places get up to 120 degrees or more. We just wear different clothes or build shelters." The crew looked at each other with wide eyes. Those temperatures would kill most galactic species in minutes. "Your planet," Commander Zek-9 said slowly. "Tell us about your planet." Jake's face lit up with happiness. "Earth is beautiful. We have huge oceans full of life, mountains that reach up to the clouds, forests with trees so big that hundreds of people could live inside one trunk." "But the radiation," Dr. Velmar said. "Our instruments show deadly radiation coming from your star." "You mean sunlight?" Jake laughed. "Yeah, we need to be careful not to get too much. It can burn our skin, but we also need some sun to stay healthy. Most humans spend time outside, every day." Krill 2's scales turned pale green. "You go outside, under the radiation, on purpose." "Sure," Jake said. "We play sports outside. We grow food outside. Kids play in parks. Some people work outside all day long." Dr. Velmar ran another scan of Jake's body. His bones were incredibly dense. His muscles were much stronger than they looked. "Jake, can you show us how strong you are?" "I don't want to break anything," Jake said politely. Commander Zek-9 brought over a metal bar that was used for ship repairs. It was designed to handle the stress of space travel. Try to bend this. Jake took the bar in his hands. He bent it like it was made of soft clay. The crew gasped. That bar could support the weight of their entire ship. Humans are pretty strong, Jake admitted. We had to be. Earth has some dangerous animals. Dangerous animals? Dr. Velmar asked. Oh yeah, Jake said casually. Bears, lions, sharks, snakes, spiders. Lots of things that could hurt you if you're not careful. And you live with these creatures? Well, we try to stay away from the really dangerous ones. But yeah, they're part of Earth too. Some humans even study them or try to protect them. Dr. Velmar was writing as fast as her 6 arms could move. You protect the dangerous animals? Of course, Jake said. They're important for the environment. Everything on Earth is connected. Even the scary animals have a job to do. Commander Zek-9 was starting to understand something terrible. Jake, you said you were in space when we found you. Does that mean your species can travel between planets? Oh yeah, Jake replied. We've been exploring space for a while now. I was part of a team studying asteroids when my ship broke down. We're always looking for new places to visit. Your people want to explore space, Krill 2 said weakly. Even though you already live on a death world. Jake looked confused. Death world? Earth isn't a death world. It's our home. Sure, it can be dangerous sometimes, but that's just life. You learn to be careful. Dr. Velmar checked her instruments one more time. Jake's heart was beating at a steady rhythm. Just one heart, but it was strong enough to pump that burning red blood through his entire body. His lungs were pulling oxygen from the air like it was nothing. Jake, she said quietly, what do you do on your planet? What is your job? I'm a scientist, Jake answered proudly. I study plants, botany. I love learning about how different plants grow and survive. The crew was silent for a long moment. This creature from the most dangerous planet in the galaxy was a peaceful scientist who studied plants. The plants on your world, Commander Zek-9 asked. Are they also dangerous? Jake's smile got bigger. Some of them, yeah. Plants have to survive too. Some of them have thorns or poison to protect themselves. Others are really smart about how they get what they need. Smart plants, Dr. Velmar whispered. Nature is amazing, Jake said. Everything finds a way to live, even in tough places. That's what I love about studying it. Commander Zek-9 looked at his crew. They were all thinking the same thing. If this was what a plant scientist from Earth was like, what were their warriors like? What were their engineers like? What were their leaders like? Jake Martinez was friendly and peaceful. He was polite and helpful. He was also stronger than their strongest crew member, could survive in conditions that would kill them in seconds, and came from a planet so dangerous that the entire galaxy was afraid of it. And he thought it was beautiful. The alarm bells rang through the Eternal Seeker. Red lights flashed in every room. Commander Zek-9 ran to the bridge as fast as his long legs could carry him. His crew was already at their stations, looking scared. Report, Zek-9 ordered. 3 ships approaching fast, said the pilot. They are Corvan pirates. They are demanding we surrender. Zek-9 felt his 2 hearts sink. The Corvan were the most feared pirates in the galaxy. They were huge creatures, over 7 feet tall with thick armor on their skin. Their claws could cut through metal. Their teeth could bite through bones. They lived for fighting and killing. How long until they reach us? Zek-9 asked. 5 minutes, the pilot replied. Jake Martinez walked onto the bridge. He looked calm, like nothing was wrong. Is there a problem? Pirates, Krill 2 explained. His green scales were shaking with fear. Very dangerous pirates. They will probably kill us all and take our ship. Jake nodded slowly. How many pirates? The lead ship holds 12 Corvan warriors, Dr. Velmar said. The other 2 ships have 6 each, 24 total. And how many weapons do you have on this ship? Jake asked. Commander Zek-9 looked embarrassed. We are a research ship. We only have basic tools for fixing equipment. No real weapons. That's okay, Jake said with a small smile. Do you have a workshop? Tools for building things? Yes, but why do you need that? Zek-9 asked. I'm going to stop the pirates, Jake replied simply. The entire crew stared at him. Krill, too, made a squeaking sound. You cannot fight 24 Corvan warriors. You are just one small creature. Jake looked at them with kind eyes. I don't want to fight them. But if they try to hurt you, I will protect you. That's what humans do. The first pirate ship attached to the side of the Eternal Seeker with a loud bang. The pirates would cut through the hull soon. They would be inside in minutes. Jake walked quickly to the workshop. The crew followed him, not knowing what else to do. Jake looked around at all the tools and spare parts. He picked up a long metal pipe, some wire, and a small power cell. Jake, Dr. Velmar said nervously. What are you doing? Making something useful, Jake said. His hands moved fast as he connected the wire to the power cell. On Earth, we learn to use whatever we have. Sometimes you have to make your own tools. The sound of cutting metal came from the walls. The pirates were almost through. Jake finished his work. He had made something that looked like a long stick with wires attached. This will give them an electric shock. It won't kill them, but it will make them fall down. You made a weapon out of repair tools? Commander Zek-9 asked in amazement. Humans are good at improvising, Jake said. He picked up some other items from the workshop, a hammer, some rope, and a can of repair foam. These will help too. The wall exploded inward. Smoke and metal pieces flew everywhere. Through the hole came the first Corvan pirate. The creature was massive. Its black armor shined in the light. Its red eyes looked around the room for victims. Its claws were as long as Jake's fingers. When it saw the crew, it opened its mouth and showed teeth like knives. Surrender now, the Corvan growled in a voice like grinding rocks. Or we will tear you apart slowly. Jake stepped forward. Next, to the huge pirate, he looked tiny, but he did not look afraid. Leave this ship, Jake said calmly. These people have done nothing wrong. The Corvan laughed, a sound like breaking glass. A little creature wants to fight me. This will be fun. The pirate rushed forward with its claws extended. It moved fast for something so big, but Jake moved faster. Jake stepped to the side like he was dancing. The pirate's claws missed him by inches. As the creature went past, Jake touched it with his electric stick. Blue sparks flew everywhere. The Corvan warrior fell to the ground, shaking. Sleep tight, Jake said softly. 2 more pirates came through the hole. They saw their friend on the ground and roared with anger. They both attacked Jake at the same time. Jake threw the repair foam at the first pirate's feet. The foam expanded quickly and stuck the creature to the floor. The second pirate jumped over its friend, trying to land on Jake with all its weight. Jake rolled under a table. The pirate crashed into the wall behind him. Before the creature could get up, Jake wrapped rope around its legs and pulled tight. The pirate fell again. More pirates kept coming. But Jake was always ready for them. He used the workshop like it was his home. Every tool became a weapon. Every piece of furniture became a shield or a trap. The crew watched in shock as Jake fought 12 Corvan warriors at the same time. He never stopped moving. He was always one step ahead of their attacks. When they tried to surround him, he would slip away and attack from a different direction. But Jake did not try to kill the pirates. Every time he had a chance to seriously hurt them, he held back. He only did enough to stop them from fighting. In 20 minutes, all 12 pirates were on the ground. Some were tied up. Some were stuck with foam. Some were just unconscious from electric shocks. None of them were dead. Jake stood in the middle of the destroyed workshop, breathing hard but not hurt. Is everyone okay? He asked the crew. Commander Zek-9 could not speak. His mouth was open, but no words came out. The other pirate ships saw that their fighters had failed. They disconnected from the Eternal Seeker and flew away as fast as they could. Jake, Dr. Velmar finally whispered, you just defeated 12 Corvan warriors by yourself. Jake wiped sweat from his forehead. I really didn't want to hurt them, but they wouldn't listen to reason. You are a warrior, Krill 2 said with respect. Jake shook his head. No, I'm a botanist. I study plants, remember? But on Earth, everyone learns basic self-defense. You never know when you might need it. The crew looked at each other with new understanding. Jake was not a soldier. He was not trained for fighting. He was just a normal human who happened to know how to protect himself and others. If this was what a plant scientist could do, what were human soldiers like? After the pirate attack, Jake helped the crew clean up the workshop. He worked alongside them like nothing special had happened, but everyone on the ship looked at him differently now. They knew he was dangerous, even though he was still kind and polite. Dr. Velmar found Jake in the ship's garden room 3 days later. The Eternal Seeker had a small growing area where they kept plants for food and to help clean the air. It was a peaceful place with soft lights and gentle music. Jake was standing in front of their vegetable plants. He was looking at them with a strange expression on his face. He seemed confused about something. Jake, Dr. Velmar said softly, is everything all right? You have been staring at our plants for an hour. Jake turned to her with a smile. Sorry, I was just thinking. These are very nice plants you have here. Thank you, she replied. We are proud of our garden. These plants help feed us during long trips. They also make us feel calm and happy. Jake nodded politely. They look very healthy, very peaceful. There was something in the way he said peaceful that made Dr. Velmar curious. Jake, what are plants like on Earth? Jake's smile became wider. Oh, Earth plants are amazing. They have found so many different ways to survive. Some of them are really clever. Clever how? Dr. Velmar asked. Well, Jake said, walking over to touch one of their soft leaves. Your plants just sit here and grow slowly. They wait for you to give them water and food. Earth plants are more active. Dr. Velmar felt a chill run down her spine. Active, Jake pulled out his communication device. Would you like to see some pictures of plants from my home? Before she could answer, Jake was showing her images on his screen. Dr. Velmar looked at the first picture and gasped. It showed a plant with huge leaves that looked like green mouths full of sharp spikes. This is a Venus flytrap, Jake explained happily. It eats bugs. When a fly lands on it, the leaves snap shut like jaws. Then it digests the bug slowly. Your plants eat animals? Dr. Velmar whispered. Some of them do, Jake said. This next one is really cool. It's called a pitcher plant. The next image showed a plant that looked like a series of deep cups hanging from vines. Bugs fall into these cups and can't get out. The plant fills the cups with liquid that dissolves the bugs like a stomach. Dr. Velmar sat down quickly. Her 6 arms were shaking. Jake, are all your plants carnivorous? Oh no, Jake laughed. Most plants on Earth just eat sunlight and soil nutrients like yours do. But we have thousands of meat-eating plants too. I study them for my job. Jake showed her more pictures. Plants with sticky tentacles that grabbed insects. Plants with trapdoors that opened when something stepped on them. Plants that shot poison darts at anything that came too close. Here's one of my favorites, Jake said, swiping to a new image. It's called a strangler fig. The picture showed a massive tree that was wrapped around another tree like a green snake. The fig starts small and grows up around other trees. Eventually it gets so big that it crushes the tree inside it to death. It kills other plants? Dr. Velmar asked weakly. Competition for sunlight is tough in Earth's forests, Jake explained. Plants have to fight for space just like animals do. Jake showed her more images. Trees with thorns as long as spears. Vines covered in hooks that could cut skin. Flowers that released clouds of poison gas. Mushrooms that glowed in the dark and killed anything that touched them. This is a manchineel tree, Jake said, showing a picture of a normal-looking tree with green leaves. It's probably the most dangerous plant on Earth. The sap can blind you. The smoke from burning it can kill you. Even standing under it in the rain is dangerous. And people live near these plants? Dr. Velmar asked. Sure, Jake replied. You just have to know what to avoid. Most Earth plants won't hurt you if you leave them alone. Commanders Zek 9 and Krill 2 had walked into the garden room while Jake was talking. They heard the last part of the conversation. Jake, Commander Zek 9 said slowly, your entire planet is trying to kill everything that lives there. Jake looked surprised. Kill us? No, the plants are just trying to survive, same as everything else. Humans learned to work with them. We've been gardening for thousands of years. Gardening? Krill 2 squeaked. You mean you grow these monster plants on purpose? Well, not the dangerous ones usually, Jake admitted. But we do grow lots of plants for food, medicine, and beauty. Humans love gardens. Jake swiped to new pictures on his device. These showed human cities with plants everywhere. Trees lined the streets. Flowers covered buildings. Parks filled with green spaces where people walked and played. We learned that plants make life better, Jake said. They clean our air, give us food, and make places beautiful. So we plant them everywhere we can. But how do you control them? Dr. Velmar asked. How do you stop them from taking over? Jake laughed. We don't control them, we cooperate with them. We give them what they need, and they give us what we need. It's a partnership. Commander Zek 9 looked at the peaceful plants in their garden room, then back at Jake's pictures of Earth's green monsters. Your species made friends with plants that could kill you. Everything on Earth could kill you if you're not careful, Jake said with a shrug. Humans learn to be respectful and smart about it. We study plants so we understand them better. You study the dangerous ones, Dr. Velmar said, remembering what Jake had told them about his job. Especially the dangerous ones, Jake confirmed. Carnivorous plants are fascinating. They show us how life finds ways to survive in difficult places. Plus, they're actually quite beautiful once you understand them. Jake showed them one more picture. It was a close-up of a plant with delicate red and green leaves that looked like tiny works of art. This is a sundew, he said softly. It catches bugs with drops of sticky liquid that look like dewdrops. The bugs think they're getting water, but they get trapped instead. It's sad for the bugs, but amazing design by nature. The crew was quiet for a long moment. They looked at their own simple, harmless plants growing peacefully in their pots. Jake, Commander Zek 9 finally said, if your plants are that dangerous, what are your animals like? Jake's eyes lit up with excitement. Oh, you want to hear about Earth animals? Well, let me tell you about sharks. Dr. Velmar quickly held up her hands. Maybe that's enough learning for today. Jake looked disappointed, but nodded. Sure, we can talk about animals later. As Jake walked away, the crew gathered around their gentle vegetable plants. The plants that had always seemed so normal and boring before. Now those same plants looked like the most wonderful, peaceful creatures in the universe. Commander Zek 9 sat in his private room, staring at a report he had been writing for 3 days. How could he explain Jake Martinez to the Galactic Council? How could he make them understand that everything they believed about Sector 7X was wrong? The door chimed softly. Come in, Zek 9 called. Jake walked into the room carrying 2 cups of hot liquid. I made some coffee, he said, offering 1 cup to Zek 9. It's a drink from Earth. I thought you might like to try it. Zek 9 took the cup carefully. The liquid was dark brown and smelled strange. Is it safe for my species to drink? Jake sat down in the chair across from him. I checked with Dr. Velmar first. She said it should be fine for you. The caffeine might make you feel more awake. Zek 9 took a small sip. The taste was bitter but not unpleasant. Jake, can I ask you something? Of course, Jake replied, drinking his own coffee. Your people know about space travel. You have ships that can reach other planets. Why have you never tried to contact other species before now? Jake thought for a moment. We've been listening for signals from other worlds for a long time, but we never heard anything. We started to think maybe we were alone in the galaxy. You were looking for us? Oh yes, Jake said with excitement. Meeting other intelligent life has always been a dream for humans. We have so many questions about the universe. We want to learn about other ways of living and thinking. Zek 9 felt one of his heart skip a beat. Jake, the Galactic Council has known about your planet for 300 years. We have been watching your star system. But we never tried to make contact because we thought your world was too dangerous to support intelligent life. Jake's face showed surprise and then sadness. You knew about us, but you were afraid of Earth? We thought Earth was hell, Zek-9 admitted. Our instruments showed deadly radiation, poison air, crushing gravity, and violent weather. No species in the galaxy could survive there. Jake was quiet for a long time. When he spoke, his voice was soft. I understand why you would think that. Earth is a tough place compared to other worlds, but it's not hell, it's home. How do humans see your planet? Zek-9 asked. Jake smiled. We see it as beautiful. Yes, it can be dangerous. But danger makes us careful and smart. Earth taught us to work together to solve problems and to never give up. Jake pulled out his communication device again. This time he showed pictures of human cities. Zek-9 saw tall buildings reaching toward the sky, roads filled with vehicles, lights glowing in the darkness. We built all of this on a world you thought was impossible to live on, Jake said proudly. Humans learned to use Earth's power instead of fighting against it. We use the wind for energy. We use the rain for water. We use the strong gravity to make us stronger. Your cities look peaceful, Zek-9 observed. Most of the time they are, Jake agreed. We still have problems to solve, but humans keep working on making life better for everyone. Jake showed more pictures, humans working together to build things, children playing in parks, families eating meals together, scientists working in laboratories. We're not perfect, Jake said, but we try to take care of each other and our planet. That's what family does. Family? Zek-9 asked. All humans are family, Jake explained. We might look different or speak different languages, but we're all from Earth. We all share the same home. Zek-9 thought about his own species. They worked together, but they did not think of all their people as family. Humans sound very united. We have to be, Jake said. Earth is challenging enough when we work together. It would be impossible if we fought each other all the time. The ship's communication system made a soft beeping sound. They were approaching Earth's solar system. Jake had been traveling with them for 2 weeks while Zek-9 decided what to do. Jake, Zek-9 said, I have made a decision. I am going to contact your people and ask for a meeting. The galaxy needs to know the truth about Earth. Jake's face lit up with joy. Really? You want to meet more humans? Yes, Zek-9 replied. If one human can teach us this much, imagine what we could learn from all of you. They went to the bridge together. Dr. Velmar was already there, working on the communication equipment. I have found human radio signals, she reported. They are very strong and clear. Open a channel, Zek-9 ordered. The speakers crackled with static. Then a human voice came through, speaking in the same language Jake used. Unknown vessel. This is Earth Deep Space Control. Please identify yourself and state your intentions. Jake stepped forward. Earth Control, this is Jake Martinez. I'm aboard the research ship Eternal Seeker. These are friends from the galactic community. They would like to make first contact. There was a long pause. Then the voice came back, calmer but excited. Jake Martinez, you are listed as missing for 2 weeks. Are you safe? I'm perfectly safe, Jake replied. My rescuers have taken very good care of me. They're good people. Unknown vessel, you are welcome in Earth space. We have been hoping for this day for a very long time. Would you like to come down to the surface for a proper meeting? Commander Zek-9 took the microphone. This is Commander Zek-9 of the Valian Research Fleet. We would be honored to visit your world. Excellent, the human voice replied. Fair warning, though. Earth's environment might be harsh for non-human visitors. We'll make sure you have everything you need to stay safe and comfortable. Dr. Velmar looked at Jake with amazement. Your people are worried about our safety on your death world? Jake laughed. Of course, you're our guests. Humans always take care of their guests. As the Eternal Seeker moved toward Earth, Zek-9 watched the blue and green planet grow larger on his screen. It looked beautiful from space. Clouds swirled over blue oceans and green continents. Jake, he said, I think the Galactic Council was wrong about many things. Your world is not hell. Your people are not monsters. You are something much more interesting. What's that? Jake asked. You are proof that life finds a way to thrive anywhere, Zek9 replied. And you are teachers who can show the rest of the galaxy what is possible, Jake smiled. We're just humans doing our best. But we're excited to share what we've learned with new friends. As Earth grew larger in their view, Zek9 knew that the galaxy was about to change forever. Humans would bring new ideas, new technologies, and new ways of thinking about problems. The Death World had given birth to a species that could survive anything and still choose to be kind. The galaxy was about to become a much more interesting place,